everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Two wide receivers will be looking to be #1 targets on the field in today's game. It's Bryant's Cowboys going up against Jackson's Buccaneers.
Thank you, Larry. With the distinctive pirate ship in the north end zone, we can only be in one place, and that's Raymond James Stadium in Tampa. Just a short time ago, the Buccaneers emerging from their tunnel to the roar of this frenzied crowd here in the Sunshine State. And we're in the big ship, and fittingly, everyone here ready to do battle as Tampa Bay. And look at this. Right away, a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Now Sims. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it. So those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
And they still need 8 yards for the first here on second down. Again, they run with Sims. They'll be dropped shy of the 40 despite powering through the tackle. Just a couple on the ground there. That's going to bring up third and about 6.
Doesn't matter who you're rooting for in this game. The effort of the man with the football, getting away from one and trying to turn forward and get some yardage, I really liked what he did there.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is third down and 6. Jameis to throw it. He's got his tight end over the middle, O.J. Howard. Now Howard stripped. He lost the football, and the Cowboys have recovered. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action and hit them over the top.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. Again, it's Elliott. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. Prescott from the gun. And that's caught by Beasley. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Prescott. His throw incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. Throwing again. Prescott on 2nd and 10. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Following the interception, Winston sliding out of the pocket. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Give him 8 on the play, and it'll make it a... Second down.
Get him, boys!
Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground.
Ready! Blue 80! 550, 550!
Now they run with Sims. And he gets it down to the 32. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Now Winston. His throw caught at about the 5. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Mike Evans, 32 yards. And the Bucs have taken a first quarter lead. And that one gives the Bucs a 7-0 lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He hits Beasley right side. And he's brought down after a good gain. 23 yards on the play. So there on that play, offensively, they ran the crossing route. Defense was in zone coverage. So as a former DB, how tough is it to defend that?
It's really difficult because your natural inclination is to chase the receiver and maybe leave your zone. So you have to have discipline in order to talk to your other coverage guys and let him know that that receiver's crossing from your zone to the next zone. He's coming your way. Make sure you have him. And then when the ball is actually thrown, secure the tackle. When they're moving on crossing routes, if you miss a tackle, it usually results in a big play.
See if they stay on the ground for second down. Sitting alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, as it is Cowboy football to begin quarter number 2. They've got a second down at 5 here to start things out. They go to Elliott again. And he might have got this across midfield, not by much. They'll mark it down at the 49. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3. Here's Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. Prescott looks to throw on first. Over the middle, complete. It's Bryant. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. Now back to the ground with Elliott. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Partner, you mind if I take off this headset and put on a coaching headset?
You want to get this running game going?
I want to get this running game going. I'm going down there and saying, gentlemen, we have got to run the football. We've got to get it going right now.
Yeah, to this point in the second quarter, it has been a struggle. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. Prescott now on second down. Trying here for Bryant, and it's intercepted. Vernon Hargraves with a pick.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
On the ground, the drive starts with Sims. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Now Jameis on second down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones.
That was a really nice interception. I think it illustrates the differences between playing man and playing zone. When you're in man, all you're you're focused on is the receiver in front of you. But when you're in zone, you're allowed to read the quarterback's eyes and go to the ball. That's exactly what happened on that play.
Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. On the counter, Elliott. Oh, fighting off the defender. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation
Was felt also by the defense.
A second down throw for Prescott. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. Prescott. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Quan Alexander. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
And it looks like this will likely be the last play before we hit the 2-minute warning.
Ready? 525. 4 down. Flip.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. 1:59 to go in the first half. We'll come back to Tampa after this timeout. Second down, Winston. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. He's got a man, complete. It's a big play, Winston to Evans, and even 40 yards.
And that was a heck of a shot right there by Jameis Winston. Boy, he has a superior right arm, doesn't he? You saw him play baseball.
Yeah, he's actually a switch hitter in baseball. Outfielder, and then, of course, a very hard-throwing pitcher. That's translated well in the National Football League.
That it has. When he has to make that throw on a line, he's got plenty of arm to do it.
Winston now from the 50. Bringing it in, Jackson left side. And he's brought down. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Throw it long, it could be a big play. You throw it short, it could be a big play for Deshaun Jackson. Yards after catch, always a big part of his game.
Talking about speed, only Tyreek Hill was measured with a faster play last year than Deshaun Jackson, who hit 22.6 miles per hour on a touchdown versus the Cardinals in Week 13. And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped, but I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
From the red zone now, Winston. His throw caught right around the 6. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Shift together here from the D-line. First and goal. Defense with their backs against the wall. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. They come out here in the eye. Here's Sims on the run. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down. Third and goal. Winston. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's fourth down. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. This will be just a 21-yard attempt. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. The Bucs fans hoping to see a whole lot of that from Nick Folk. Of course, the unfortunate situation with Roberto Aguayo being let go after being a second-round pick last season.
But it also tells you just how much value the Tampa Bay Buccaneers have put on the 2017 season. There's a sense of urgency here with this team. They think they can be really good. And Roberto Aguayo was not consistent, wasn't making kicks. So they elected to let the second-round pick go and keep Nick Folk, who will still continue to battle for that position.
So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But you're going to do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. No gain on the play there. Second down. So second and 10 here. They'll run with Elliott. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a third and long here. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
kick here as they'll try to cover this one. Now a fair catch is called for and taken a few yards across midfield. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Winston. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. This defense figured out something in the locker room. That's 2 third-quarter picks now.
And you just wonder, did he get too comfortable in the locker room himself? His team has the lead. Take care of the football. He's putting them in jeopardy right now.
Elliott. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
Second down, Prescott. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. How about the big boys snagging one? You don't see that every week.
No, you don't, but a lot of them are just reliving their old dreams, going back to when they were in youth football and in high school. They didn't always play defensive line. Some of them actually handled the football, and you can see the flashback when he grabbed that one.
And the drive begins here with Sims. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Now a 2nd down throw for Winston. Rush coming, and he's taken down. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
Winston needing a big play after the sack as he leads the Bucs up on 3rd and long. From the gun, Winston. Complete, he finds Bray. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. He got 29 yards that time. So the offense has it 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
The first carry here for Jaquez Rogers. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
2nd down following the run. Here's Winston. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to pull his way down to about the 1-yard line. It's a good pickup of 7 yards, and now they're looking at 2nd and goal.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they... And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Charles Sims from a yard out. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. He got 29 yards that time. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. Dez Bryant, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10. And they're going to go soft on the corners. A 2nd down throw for Prescott. To the sideline, and it's caught, but boy, he's out of bounds. And they try to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be 3rd down.
That was a nice catch, but unable to stay in bounds. And remember, it wasn't a wide receiver who works on that all the time.
I was going to say, he likes to get the ball handed to him. Now, don't get me wrong, he's part of the passing game as well, but maybe a little out of his comfort zone there.
Yeah, he might want to have a few words to say to us about that later, but I am still going with you on that one. Wide receivers work on a little bit more.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. And again, it's Prescott. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. A Dallas 1st down. Prescott hooking up with Beasley. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Tenth carry now for Elliott. And an alley to run. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, 36 yards. And the Cowboys cut into that lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run. And one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Dan Bailey now for the extra point. It's good, and that cuts it to 9 at 16-7. Bailey now to kick this one away. On the return now, it's Josh Huff. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. Jameis now on first down. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down. Jameis to throw it. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Winston needing a big play after the sack as he leads the Bucs up on 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Winston. And the pressure gets to him again. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon. Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. This is brought in at the 21. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch it in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got a good formula working.
And what about the defense?
Well, now you're just saying to yourself, okay, we gave up a score last time. What adjustments do we need to make to slow them down now and get the ball back for our own offense? Is it more pressure? Is it more zone? What do they have to do? They're trying to figure that out themselves.
We'll see if they can figure that out right here. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. Now Elliott. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
That defensive front four has been very good. They have just not let the running game get going, have they?
Not at all. In fact, the entire offense just looking a little bit out of sync in this one.
Yeah, sometimes this is why coaches like forward-down defensive linemen, they feel like they can cover more ground when defending the run.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And that's caught by Beasley. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. They'll get 6 on the play, and it's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. Prescott from the gun. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just
and no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. William Golston in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll. Prescott to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Got some real estate inside the 30. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. And before they can run this 3rd down play, we're going to get a timeout as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 7. Now Prescott. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over. Getting down to the end here, they have a 2-score lead. Barely, but it's a 2-score lead, so it probably makes you as a coach feel a lot more comfortable right now, doesn't it, Charles?
It does, but it doesn't mean now you go out and run option or some kind of wild double reverse or anything like that. But you do know that if anything does go haywire, you're still in control of this game.
I want a double reverse, don't you?
I'm just waiting for that day where we actually see something like that in this situation.
We'll see what happens here. Winston here to throw. And a catch right side by Evans. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Bucs are winners here as we say so long from Tampa.